am RedCyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better As Real podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up? What is up, world?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're gonna do Merlin because Merlin doesn't really need the symbiote to be powerful. That character is powerful at his own fucking self. But Kraven the Hunter makes sense in a way that was like, all right, they introducing him and maybe the symbiote, because the symbiote in the game is different than what the comic was doing. Because if you play his first Spider-Man, in the end, Harry Osborn is Venom. Like, he pretty much had the Venom suit keeping him alive. So the Venom suit, it's kind of like a science shit than an alien thing.
So the person narrating it is not the person that they show at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I have a feeling that was the Kraven the Hunter talking, and then Venom was talking to him.
Gotcha.
So I'm very interested to see what they do. I'm very interested in see where they go with it. They already announced that it's not going to be co-op as much as everyone thinks it's going to be co-op. It might not be co-op. It might just switch to 2 characters and shit. But it looks good. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
Both of those are PS5 exclusive. They are not getting a PS4 edition.
Very, very cool.
But they're 2023. 2023. The other one stood out was God of War Ragnarok, which is supposed to take place right after the events of the first God of War. So if you didn't get to play that first now until that comes out. I think that comes out early next year or beginning or then this year.
Yeah, God of War looks very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much everybody thought that was the number one thing that was going to be there, so that wasn't a surprise. But it is cool. I like their take on Thor. I like to see the different ways that they're interpreting the Norse gods in this, because this is the second game.
Yeah. So they calling this the end of the era for God of War Ragnarok because the director Eric Williams confirms that Ragnarok will be finished after this game. And the Norse saga making new entries into the duology, so it's gonna be a new entry for the next game.
Wow, no trilogy for this one. I thought that was the template. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. No.
They said no.
Gotcha.
They also showed Gran Turismo. If you're into cars, that looks actually pretty nice. Knights of the Old Republic caught my eye, but like you said before, it was not it's not BioWare like part of it, but it's another company, so I'll wait and see.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. It was the first thing and it was pretty hyped to see, but like I'm still scared.
If they make it more as a like kind of how Mass Effect played, I will be more interested in it, because I remember it being kind of a turn-based in a way.
Yeah, it had it played a little bit like that time of era MMO.
Yeah.
Where you walk up to the enemy, because you still had direct control.
Yeah.
The fighting stuff was determined, so and when they find out.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't want to derail. I just.
Oh, you're breaking up, man. Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
You sound like
I don't want them
auto-tuned.
I don't want them to take it apart. I just would like to, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is really good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I would like it more of an action RPG though. Like I don't think that I will like, I don't know. Maybe I will because of the Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'll enjoy the turn based if they do it quick and fast. But from what I remember, I couldn't get into it because of that gameplay.
Okay.
So
Did you finish the first one or you didn't finish it?
I never finished them. I played them, I never finished them.
Okay.
I watched videos though, and I see where the story was going. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. So now I'm interested in playing it. Maybe if they change to make it more of you doing the action, I might like enjoy it more.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have it, but
Yeah.
it's the old game.
It's also part of Game Pass. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there.
Yes, sir. Also, that's a thing that's noteworthy is that higher ups in, I believe it's Take-Two, are saying that they do not want new games on Game Pass.
Huh? Sucks for them.
So I don't know if they have enough sway, because that is the GTA company.
Yeah.
I don't know if they start pulling shenanigans and rallying people behind them. What might happen with that?
So so Microsoft, what I know from what they do with the Game Pass is that they kind of like pay you for having your game exclusive on there. So had Microsoft like, okay, another company will do it.
So I don't think
it hurts
to
them.
be more into it. I don't know. I mean, if somebody were to say it does, I believe it.
I don't think it hurts them because like Far Cry 6 is going to be on Game Pass day one.
Also, it's getting Danny Trejo as some type of post-release DLC, which I thought was like that.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Why not?
But isn't it supposed to be in a specific country that's not like where he's from? Like, how does he just end up? All right.
Yeah, he's Danny Trejo. That's why. He got a
Okay.
donut shop too.
Does he now?
He does.
Is it here or is it?
Nah, it's like probably in Texas or some shit.
Oh, okay, I got you. Interesting.
Yes.
I wonder if it'll be in the game. You know? If that's how he's in the game, okay. He's the donut shop owner.
He's
Good.
a donut shop owner. He brings in donuts to a third world country in war.
I'm just and maybe he sells you guns,
Yeah.
but you buy donuts.
You gotta
also.
buy the donuts. So you gotta get the combination of the donuts in order to get a certain gun.
Oh, maybe you have to buy the dozen box so that it can fit the gun in there.
There you go.
I don't know.
Also got announced was Alan Wake Remastered, actually coming to all the systems.
I never played those, so have you played them?
I liked the first one. I remember playing it on the 360, so I wouldn't mind playing that again.
Okay, all right.
And then Death Stranding Director's Cuts. That's another one that got announced.
Well, I know they had the trailer. The first trailer was last week, right?
Yeah.
Because I know he announced. I think that was announced at the Game Awards or something.
Yeah.
I know they had the picture of the baby outside of the bubble, which I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. And then what else did it showed off? They showed off and then Marvel Avengers announced Spider-Man being exclusive to PlayStation, and he's gonna have his own stages for the Marvel Avenger game. So get back into that. Spider-Man's coming. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, they're getting a collection, so pretty much it's gonna come with remaster of Uncharted 4 for PS5 and the Legacy of Thieves game collection. So basically we'll have the DLC and 4 enhanced for PS5.
And I believe they announced that's confirmed for PC as well.
Yes,
that's the first one.
Yes, I really hope like the Wolverine and Spider-Man make it on PC, because I think that's gonna.
I'm sure like after a certain amount of time passes, they'll consider it, because I know Horizon did well.
Yeah.
So I believe PC is not. I think they're not getting left out for Frozen West. So
yeah,
that's all good. I'll take that.
Yeah. And what else they announced? That was like the main ones that like really caught my eye. Was the 100% Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine is the one.
I think that was the majority of everything, really, because most of it was literally just big stuff.
Yeah.
This was not an indie showcase. They didn't have an indie showcase, basically. Yeah. So everything they had was a lot of first party and a lot of we have it first.
Yeah.
So.
Or we have it and only us have it.
Well, first party means you can't go nowhere else.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
So I know there's a few things that may end up somewhere else, and as also like I said, the Uncharted announcement for PC is something else. But like we're like Wolverine, Spider-Man exclusive, obviously companies that belong there. Yeah. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know if they would put. I mean, I don't play it, but I wonder if Grand Theft Auto would be one of those games they might look at for PC, because I think that would actually do well.
Yeah. 5 is not on PC.
No, not GTA.
Oh.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Okay. Yeah.
GT7. No, yeah, Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Because I know there are steering wheels out there. So, who are there steering wheels that are compatible with the PS5 as of right now?
Probably. I have no.
They don't have a driving franchise, do they?
No, they don't. Gran Turismo is theirs. Xbox has it.
There's no, but like even since it's been announced, there's been no
Project Cars. I think
Dirt was the newest Dirt game announced. Does that have a PS5? I don't know.
I know so. Project Cars was a big thing. I know that's it, but like on PS5, I have no clue if there's a car game or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bring back Beetle Adventure Racing. Who owns that?
But yeah, that was cool. Sony. It was cool for Sony to show that. I'm actually excited for what I saw. So good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, we didn't talk about this in the at the Wrestling Babble, but interactive WWE films Escape the Undertaker coming to Netflix on October.
That's cool.
12th to be exact.
I can see it.
Starring The New Day. I'm actually very excited for that.
Let him out, Undertaker. Let him out.
We also got Matrix got its first trailer. It seems very interesting. It looks like John Wick playing Neo.
Oh, okay.
Because he still got the beard and long hair.
Oh, does he? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks cool. It looks interesting. It's coming out this December as well, so Spider-Man has a little competition that month. I don't think nothing's beating Spider-Man though. That movie's gonna be something. Disney announced the Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus.
Is that a full feature-length movie?
Yes.
What they're gonna do for that? Okay.
Yes, I'm actually.
Is that the? So how many? Do you remember the time in between this one and the last one? The last big Muppets movie?
I have no clue. I cannot tell you.
Okay. Because I know for a while that was like a thing. Like every few years there would be a big Muppets movie.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think the last movie was the Muppets. It was the one with Jason Segel and
Okay.
And I think that was the last thing they did. That was quite a few years.
I remember the Muppet Adventure Island was a thing.
Yeah,
they had some other.
And Muppet Treasure Island. They had
Treasure Island.
Christmas Carol and things like that. I like the Muppets. I'll definitely watch it. And guess who's back in Power Rangers?
Zordon? No,
Lord Zed makes a return in Power Rangers Dino Fury.
As in, like, that's a new season?
Yeah, the current season that's running right now. Lord Zed returns.
Okay.
I don't know how, I don't know way, and I don't know what happened and how he comes back, because in my knowledge of Power Rangers, Lord Zed got turned back human because Andros killed Zordon.
And that was in what season? Space?
The ending of Space.
Oh, wow. See, I never got to see that. Okay.
Yes, so I'm saying how he's
was
back.
He good though? Was he good?
Yeah, he was good. Him and Rita become like regular humans, and they're like happily married and shit.
Really? I didn't know.
That was like the ending of Space. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because
that's very interesting.
Because he broke Zordon's tube, and the tube was full of good energy, and it made all the monsters human, or if they were like human or anything like that, they got destroyed. That's
interesting.
It was a monster massacre.
And that's because he hated Zordon so much. He's still like, I got to get rid of you.
Yeah. Nah, because Zordon was like, "Oh, you must break the glass to bring back everything." Blah blah blah.
No,
and I was like, "Yes, kill that fucker." Oh man, there's previews of the Morphin Cast. We do have we are going to do volume 2 of the comic this month, and we're also doing SPD. So stay tuned for those. They should be out. They should be coming soon. We got to actually record this week for them. So.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else? I got nothing. I got Goliath coming from NECA, so I'm looking forward
Okay,
to
that's supposed
that.
to be badass looking figure. Okay.
And I got the Tango Warriors coming from Hasbro.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yes, so they're coming.
Wow, it has been a little while since
Yes.
that was announced. Okay,
Yes.
good.
I think next month Hasbro has a con coming up, so I think there's gonna be a shit ton of shit announced and me having to pre-order. So I am not looking forward to that, but I'm most likely gonna be pre-ordering shit.
I mean, they taking a week off? Is that what you're saying?
They took a couple weeks off, right?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, like actually, I think.
Well,
they
this
are
week
taking-
hasn't had a pre-order. Last week they did, so this week hasn't had one. So hopefully next week don't have one either.
Damn.
Because they had the Ninjettis, the black and blue Ninjettis, and then Finster, and Astronomer, and the Clipper.
Okay.
So we'll see. All right, are we gonna get into this movie?
Yes, sir. Well, yeah. First, I want to bring up
go
Tales of Arise.
There you go.
That just came out this past the 9th. So that was Friday? No, Thursday. Which is weird because the release date was it kept saying the 10th, and then it went back to the 9th, and then it released at like 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what kind of crap is that? Whatever, man. Anyway, Steam, get your shit together. Because I don't know what universal time they're on. Usually, like on Sony, if it's a certain game that's like Japanese or origin, you might have to wait till I think it's 4 p.m. our time, and usually the games unlock. Because I remember that was the case whenever an update would happen for like Monster Hunter or something.
Yeah.
And that's usually the times when they update the Japanese store. It's like 4 p.m. our time, so that's, I don't know, 4 a.m. for them the next day. But yeah, it's really good. You said that Jinkies was telling Lil Steven that he might want to check it out. I recommend it. It's pretty good. Cool. I think the voice acting in English is more than acceptable. They got some very good people. I think some people that might actually be in doing the American voices for. Damn, I think one of the people is in or was in Judgment. I'm not 100% sure. But I just mean they have that quality of voice actor, so it's not bad. It's not bad. They don't have as of yet. There's no annoying child character played by an obvious adult. You know what I mean? That's always a pain in the ass when you hear that. And it's not a JRPG. It's an action RPG. Okay. But you know, it's a Tales game which has a long ass lineage, and it's from Japan. And you wouldn't put it past them because at least in a few that I have played, there are some of those. Let me tell you, stop doing that. Please hire younger people if you're going to do voices, man. I know there's laws against hiring with children, but man, please stop making them major characters in games. Thankfully, it's not the case in this game. Okay. But I will say, so far, like maybe 10, maybe 12 hours in, because it's been a few days. But the combat in the game is very, very good. It's not a character action game. Okay. So it's not like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, or anything like that. But it is very stylish. It does reward on the higher difficulties, like actual strategy. Because there's been a few times that I had to like reload a save or something, fighting certain bosses that you can't just run up to them and mash, right? Okay. And they have a bunch of different systems to break up the action so it doesn't get monotonous, which is good. There's a lot of that, so the combat actually keeps changing up, and then there's that is per character as well. So each character actually ends up playing completely different than the last one. So if you as of right now, usually a Tales game has no more than 7, if that, characters in a team. Okay. Like throughout the story, it's not a game that has a huge amount. You know what I mean? But basically, there's like a swordsman. There's there's archetypes throughout the series. So there's always a guy with a sword. There's always some lady that uses magic, or a kid, or a little boy that uses magic. There's always a monk type character that uses fists. Well, not always. There's usually a monk type character that uses fists. There's sometimes a big brawler. So in that way, and still in this one, they have different archetypes. So sometimes I personally have found that using the main person that they have, the sword character, this stuff looks nice and flashy, and it feels fun to play. But I actually like the gun character more.
Okay.
That's less flashy and has so you can actually feel like you command the other ones around because of the healing and stuff that character has. So it's been pretty good. The only thing I don't like is that it feels hard to aim at a different character without being close to them.
Okay.
Which is weird. I feel like there's a button input that I'm not getting, or I don't know how to do. Because it feels like there's something that should be more intuitive to change the targets in battle. That's about it.
Okay.
But other than that, it's pretty good.
Cool.
Scott Steiner can't stand it. So we gotta go to this movie.
What do he know? I'm actually looking for the Lost Judgment. That comes out at the 21st. I have it pre-ordered. I'm waiting for that.
Oh yeah, also there was a demo, right? The Japanese demo was out.
Japanese, yeah. I don't think we're getting it.
No, we got the first one. The first game had a demo.
Oh, it did? Okay, so.
Yeah, it definitely had a demo. I downloaded it. Definitely has a demo. So hopefully Lost Judgment has a demo. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's what, 2 weeks? 24th?
No, 21st.
24. Yeah, so it better have a demo.
Well, I get it the 18th, I think, because I got the $79.99 one. It has the DLC and stuff that comes out later.
So they're actually having like a season of DLC?
Yeah. Just one big story thing with your buddy. I forgot his name. In the game.
The main guy from
the dude that has like the Hawaiian shirt on and shit.
Oh, that guy. Oh, the guy that was a psych.
Yeah. There's like a psychic.
Right hand man or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot his name. So
that's cool. But what I've seen of it, it looks like they've evolved the combat even more, which is like, oh man, it looks like they're super comfortable in that new engine now.
Yeah.
And so he's just flying it's the guy I think I showed you his stuff before. He's like a super he is a Yakuza super fan. He puts out a lot of content based on them. So like he was going through it. So it's not like I'm watching somebody who doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that makes it better to understand, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. Yeah, I got the Digital Ultimate one, which gave me a bunch of shit with it. So we'll see what happens.
Gotcha.
So now we got our 2 decades of comic book and superhero movies. We are up to, I think it's 1994's Batman Forever.
Is it forever ever?
1995. Not my fault. 1995. Batman Forever, starring.
It's just because the game is so bad.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be so bad? Damn.
That game was really bad. And ugly too.
They tried to ape the Mortal Kombat stuff. Acclaim. That was an Acclaim joint. Remember Acclaim?
It was Acclaim. 100% was Acclaim.
Remember Acclaim?
Yes, I do.
They were not good.
They were not.
If you think about a lot of games that you thought might have been good but were actually bad, Acclaim probably made a lot of them in the 90s.
WWE Warzone. Attitude. ECW. They all sucked.
Woo! Yeah. Damn, that's like the worst of the worst, actually. Shit. You know what, Murray? We might have to find that because I told you. I sent you some stuff recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked into it, but the guys who put together some of the, I think it's like a server where you can play some older stuff like
Yeah,
Dreamcast, PlayStation, all that.
Yeah, you showed me that.
They had just got N64 working.
Yeah.
So like people want to play N64 fighting games, and I'm like, well, if you're not playing Killer Instinct, what are you playing? And I was just like, oh no, there's a lot of garbage on N64.
Yeah, a lot. Remember the War of the Gods? That was shit. The Mortal Kombat's on 64 was shit. The only like provident like fighting game that was on 64 was Smash Brothers, I guess.
Before it was known as a fighting game.
Yeah. Killer Instinct wasn't that good either.
Killer Instinct was alright. Killer Instinct was alright. It
It
wasn't arcade perfect, and I
Yeah.
give it a knock for that. But Killer Instinct 2 was alright.
Yeah. Well, Instinct Gold, or what it was called.
Gold, yeah. It was alright.
But yeah. So Batman Forever came out June 9th, 1995. That's my mom's birthday. June 9th, 1995. Directed by Joel Schumacher. Starring Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Nicole Kidman, Chris O'Donnell, Michael Gough, and Pat Higgle.
Who else was in it? Where's Alfred at?
Alfred was Mike
Which one is
Gough.
Alfred? So we have to call him the enabler of the movie.
The enabler of everybody. Yes. And then we also got like little appearances by Drew Barrymore and Debbie Mars.
Yeah.
John Favreau was actually in this movie too. He was an assistant, so he had a small role in here too.
As who?
He was an assistant. Yeah, he was just like background character.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yes. We are.
He was
here.
learning what not to do. All right.
Yes. So
George Wallace was in this movie as the mayor. All right. I didn't know it. Bob Zamuda was in the movie as Electric Star. What? Bob Zamuda was in this movie.
Yes. There's a lot of weird people in this movie.
No
and
cameos, nothing here. All right.
I don't know what George Schumacher was doing for this movie, but I know Tim Burton's production companies were still behind this movie.
Excuse me, Tim Burton's his production.
His production company was still behind this movie, and Joe Schumacher directed it.
All right. Well, he probably was just like, I'm tired of this. Let me do something else.
Exactly.
I did too. What else do you want from me?
Because I know Burton's movie was going to be a whole lot different. That actually they basing the comic book of the Batman '89 off of Tim Burton's like original scripts from his movies.
Let me just point something out. You know who was a major character that does not look at all like the actor? Ed Begley Jr. was the guy's boss.
Yes.
Was, Nigma's boss. That didn't look like him at all. Damn.
Yeah.
The hair and makeup on him is awesome. That does not look like Ed Begley Jr. I know. Okay.
But
Yeah, this is just. I'm just going down the list of people who were in the
George
movie. This is
Wallace,
a lot of people.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie it's something. So I will say
Bob
this.
Kane is in this movie. Wait.
Yeah. No, I think Bob Kane was dead by now.
It's sure he says. Well, no quotes from Bob Kane. My bad.
Yeah, Bob Kane
quotes
was
from Bob Kane.
passed away. I think
He
in
was
the
long
80s or
past.
some shit. So this movie itself, it kind of gave me a lot of like the Batman '66 vibes.
No, he didn't. He died in '98.
'98. Okay, so Robin Rob was probably the cause of it.
It's messed up.
It was bad.
But it's
bad?
true.
So yeah, this movie was had a lot of '66 Batman vibes. Like I actually felt like the character, the villains, and how they had the henchmen and things like that. It was very It was very poppy, like the colors and stuff.
Colorful, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sets were extreme. See, it mixed I guess you could say, the best of both worlds. It tried to mix the first two movies, like the architecture. It tried to mix like the world that was already there, but it just went to '66 and was like, give me all the colors.
Mm-hmm.
And just poured all the colors all over the films. That's what you got. You had color-coded henchmen, Two-Face. He had his elaborate ass man cave with the two women in there, Sugar and Spice, and half of his gigantic studio apartment.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was extremely colorful, all over the place.
Yeah.
Again, fresh off of The Mask, what, like Ace Ventura had already come out by
Ace
this
Ventura,
time,
The
right?
Mask, Dumb and Dumber was out during that time too. So this I think was his fourth like big movie.
So yeah, he's extremely fresh, extremely popular, but for being that guy,
Yeah.
and he was that guy in this movie, definitely.
Yep.
He was like, you know what? I feel like in this movie specifically, he felt like Daffy Duck playing a villain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because at some points when he breaks the fourth wall, when he's blowing up the Batcave, and he's saying all it's really over the top, really over the top. And then we have just how crazy everybody was.
Yeah.
As a thing we noticed in this movie. We call Batman is insane.
Yeah, everyone was insane. Like Nicole Kidman was just trying to do things with Batman, and hers just came out like, why is she there in the police like murder
There's
scene?
a lot,
and shit?
yeah.
She's just standing there like.
But they explain it,
Yeah.
which is like, okay. But the reasons they give for everything, it still doesn't justify how hard everybody's going. Because she is going extra hard to get Batman. I mean, she says she saw Catwoman and was like, well, if you got to be that aggressive, she's going to go for it. But I'm like, you don't know if Batman is crazy.
No, you
don't know if you don't know what he does to women. Like if he just makes them disappear, how dare you? Have you seen Catwoman since the last time? Take that as a lesson, lady. Don't just run up on these people like you know them.
Oh damn, this movie had a lot of like one-liners too. Batman had a lot of one-liners.
Everybody had one-liners. Batman, Robin, especially Two-Face.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, all over the place.
Yeah. It was entertaining though. Like it is as cheesy as it was. It was. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was something though. Like seeing how like just how psychotic everyone was, and little by little realizing how everyone's psychotic, not just the villains. It's Batman. It's Robin. It's
Gotham City.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's Gotham City. Just all insane. Like why are you staying there? Go fucking move.
It's just when you see like the quality of life for the people who aren't the rich, it's like, man, it must be terrible. When you see how hard the criminals go in the street, they were out there running with guns, shooting grenade launchers, and there's a point where Batman, I think after Chris O'Donnell's character just gets there, and Batman's like, before he steals the damn Batmobile.
Yeah.
The first mission, like the mission he's out before that, he's like already made enemies with Two-Face, right?
Yeah.
And Two-Face is trying to kill him. And so there's an ambush laid for Batman, and the guys are just chasing him down the street in like these pickup trucks with guns, shooting in the streets nonstop. Then Two-Face is like dressed up like an old lady with a shopping cart. He pulls out a rocket launcher, and this is like in the middle of the street.
You
And
missed.
it's just like, and that's when the Batmobile's wheels turn sideways.
Got the crab walk.
Like this movie is ridiculous from the beginning to end. Like it starts with an outlandish bank heist.
Yeah.
Where Two-Face is robbing a bank for no real reason.
No.
And because he's nuts.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking to myself as I was watching this to tell you, I was just like, he might as well have been the Joker because he was just chaos.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme or reason to anything he was doing. Like, the only logical plans came into play when the Riddler showed up. But even then, Two-Face would still show up and just act a fool.
Yeah.
It's just, I would have left Gotham City. I'm walking to the city limits. I'm gone. Peace. Because it looked like it's crazy to live there, man.
Yeah, it looks like that's not a place you want to be. And it's just like and then I think like Bruce Wayne, like Wayne Enterprises is like such a big fucking thing in that whole city. So like even him, like I actually liked Val Kilmer not bad as Bruce Wayne, just because he kind of had the aesthetic as kind of being a rich snob kind of thing. And he just had the look. I actually liked him as Bruce Wayne, but It was just a lot of like just silly shit going on, especially with when he broke that door. I swear to God, no one could break that mahogany door that Nicole Kidman's office had. Try running into the door. No, that door's heavy as shit. There's no way he'll break it like that.
Well, I'm just saying he's supposed to be Batman.
I don't give a fuck about Batman. He ain't breaking that door. That door is like old ass mahogany. That shit's fucking like a marble floor hard.
Well, apparently it was cheap. It probably fell off before. So.
But yeah, this movie just had some really random and crazy shit. I was watching it with Jackie and her brother David, and we enjoyed it. Like, it was just fun, but it was just like me and her just realized, yo, everyone in this fucking movie is insane. Every single person's insane in this movie. It's not just the villains. And Batman, he started doing his parents dying, affecting him and things like that. And she was a psychiatrist, which was obsessed with Batman. And then you had Chris O'Donnell wanting to kill Two-Face, which is understandable, but he wanted to murder him. Then you had Two-Face, which is Two-Face. He's just insane as it is. And then Jim Carrey was insane before he became Riddler.
Yeah, like, so the main plot thread was not just Batman saving the day. It was they give you events. I mean, it starts with the random ass Two-Face just being a criminal, robbing and stealing.
Yeah.
But it also goes to Jim Carrey's character who works for Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And he's kind of nuts, and they have a weird ass encounter. But he's basically talking about making a contraption that can. Bruce sees it as controlling brainwaves. Jim Carrey's character didn't really see it that way, but he was I don't want to say driven mad.
Yeah.
But people saying, "Hey, you know that's dangerous," kind of made him be like, "Oh, you want to see dangerous? I'll show you dangerous." Because he was already on the verge of snapping. And so it spirals from there with him becoming the Riddler after killing his boss, who wanted to shut down his project, which was completely logical. He had the most insane overreaction to being told, "Nah, bro, this is dangerous." He's like, "This is dangerous? I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna show you, yeah, it's dangerous." You were right. You were right. You thought I was gonna say you was wrong? No, I'm gonna kill you, and you're still gonna be right because I'm nuts. So I don't know if there was a lesson learned there. I don't think so. So then you have that main plot of we now have this crazy man who's on a mission to get revenge on Bruce Wayne because he was like, "Nah, bro." And so he goes to see the craziest person we see in the universe, which is Two-Face. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Okay, you rob banks for a living. Can you give me some money?" And that's literally just how it is. He just goes up to Two-Face, who's like, why should we just kill? We should just kill you. You with this crazy ass outfit. You're charismatic, but you just came into my hideout. Why are you here? And so he shows him, his doodad, his gadget, and obviously the power. I guess because he explains it as what he's gonna make is draining everybody's like not psychic energy. It's like draining the will from the citizens. Yeah, the brain waves. Not really the most thought out term, but like draining the brain waves of everybody in Gotham, and it as he's doing that, it's making him smarter. Mm-hmm. So essentially, he's driving himself crazy. Yeah, but becoming like super powerful. And so he's just he's a nutsoid villain. And then he recruits an even crazier villain. And then you find out Batman, obviously Batman is Batman because he's nuts and he's just not getting the proper help he needs. He's just, I'm going to go out there and beat people up in a rubber suit. Because I have nightmares about my parents dying and a bat. This is explained in the movie. This is just so, and it also, the woman who could be helping him is fantasizing about his alter ego. She doesn't know that, but then she ends up falling for him being Bruce Wayne, and before she wanted to jump Batman's bones.
Yeah.
And then she ends up, after going through nearly being killed by the Two-Face.
Yeah.
Like, she has Batman encounter her because that's where they meet at the party.
Yeah.
For the second time, because she used the bat signal.
She did.
That's also another thing. She used the bat signal, and then you see Commissioner Gordon like in his pajamas, like, who the hell? What the hell? What's going on? Is a national emergency? Is a citywide emergency? Nah, it's just a booty call. And then it ends up. They just so happen to be, Two-Face and the Riddler just so happen to be acting up at the same time. So it was like, oh, okay. So I gotta go. So this is a lot of just leaps in logic, people taking advantage of situations in this movie. And so it's like nobody's on the up and up in this movie, man. I feel bad for Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah,
he was getting played. Like
just,
she was using him to get to Batman.
Yeah.
Like she was using Bruce Wayne to feel better about herself, but then she ends up feeling feelings for him and being like, yeah, you know what? I shouldn't be in love with this man in a rubber suit. So she says to Batman,
smile.
yeah, she's like at some point, she's it creeped her out. She's like, oh, no, I don't like that.
Batman smiled like after he found out she's in love with him.
When he turned around, the little smirk, he did the Kazuya.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then she kissed him again later on, and she's like, "Oh, you're the same person." Oh, and then she does a smile. And I'm like, "Yeah, but you messed up because that wasn't right." Because for a minute you thought they was two different people, and you were stringing one. Well, she did say, "I'm seeing somebody," and she was like, "Who?" I mean, Bruce Wayne was like, "Who?" And she's like, "He's unavailable." He's like, "Well, whatever."
But
you want to go see the circus?
Then why
you want to go see the circus?
Yes.
You're not into me. You want to go to a ball? Just like, damn. This is just the other part of Bruce Wayne is just desperate, and it's just like, but he didn't start out that way.
No.
And I think the fact that she turned him down, I guess, was like, maybe I should make this woman that doesn't like me fall in love with me.
Yeah.
They were all messed up, man.
They all messed up, and then
didn't we say this about the last movie? It's just like we did.
Yeah.
We said this about Batman Returns. If all the villains in the movie had got help, none of this would have happened.
Nope.
It's the same thing here. They give you the explanation of Two-Face because Batman is sitting in his house feeling bad.
Yeah.
So he's just watching the footage of his friend get his face burnt off, and I'm just like, bruh, that's not how you move past that. Talk to him.
Yeah.
What happened, man? You're a billionaire. You didn't pay to have his face fixed?
Yeah. Exactly, right?
And then you see that Two-Face blames Batman.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of just nothing being resolved because they all don't want to. If she's the hero, she could have been the hero of the movie. Dr. Chase Meridian could have been the hero everybody needed if she sat them all down and did her job.
Yeah, but no, she was busy getting booty calls. Using the bat signal for a booty call.
Damn. I wonder if Nicole Kidman was like, I'm not being in this movie unless you let me use the bat signal for what I want. Like, it's just like, what?
That was the terms of the agreement of the movie. I get to use the.
You can give me, you're gonna give me money regardless. I don't care. But I want to use the bat signal.
Yeah.
What? All right. Fine.
So, what are you gonna give this movie?
I'll give it a 3.5. I might give it. I'll give it 3.75 because a lot of it makes me laugh.
All right. So
that's like the one thing about this movie. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Maybe not for the best reasons. Maybe not for the best reasons, but it is funny. Jim Carrey is very funny in this movie at some points.
So
he's maybe a little too Jim Carrey, but. It was the time. Come on.
3.75. Your 3.75s are Batman Returns, Toxic Avenger 2, Punisher, and Rocketeer. Where you want to put it?
All right, I put it behind
Returns.
Because I like the Punisher a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can watch the Punisher way more than I can watch. Because remember, this was like 2 hours and change.
Yeah, that was
maybe like 2 hours and a few minutes. So.
So after Punisher?
Yep. Yeah, after Punisher.
Batman Forever. 3.75. Alright. And then I gave it where I put this in mine. I put it at I gave it the same score. So 3.75, and I put it over Meteor Man.
Okay.
So next week we have a movie that probably I don't think a lot of people seen. Like I know that it exists because I remember seeing it as a bootleg. I didn't see the actual movie. Is Crying Freeman.
Okay, I know I've heard of it.
It's based on anime.
That's what I know.
And,
That's what I know the name from.
Mark Dacascos.
I've never seen it.
Is
though,
the lead
so.
actor in it.
Oh, Mark Dacascos? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So right now, our top 10. Mine is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop, The Mask, Batman, RoboCop 2, The Crow, Superman, Blankman, Darkman, Flash Gordon. And
Okay.
yours is RoboCop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2, Batman, Toxic Avenger, Superman 2, The Mask, Blankman, Darkman, and Superman the Movie.
Gotcha.
So next week we do have Crying Freeman. After that will be Darkman 2, Judge Dredd, Power Rangers, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Tank Girl, Barbed Wire, and Black Mask.
Gotcha.
So those are the movies of the next 2 weeks. And then we also got Crow City of Angels after that. So we're getting there. We are getting there. We have less movies than we had before. We have less movies than how many we gave a verdict to already.
Okay, gotcha.
So
All right.
I think we are on number 30. This will be the 30th movie we reviewed so far.
Okay, good stuff.
So yeah, Crying Freeman next week. I don't remember what we're gonna expect from that. I don't remember the movie that much, but I don't even remember the anime that much. So it'll be kind of new. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Just looking through. I'm trying to see if any. Do I know anybody? Oh, it's Mako. He's in this movie. Mako.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just.
Who else is in this movie? No. Apart from Mark Dacascos, I don't know anybody in this movie.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on the bootleg.
Yeah. Here's hoping it's not that bad because I see on IMDb it has a 6.5.
Yeah.
That's fairly decent. So
Byron Mann is in this. He was
Who's
Ryu in Street Fighter.
Oh yes, that is who that is. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc.
Yep.
That is Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, or Spotify. That is also WordPress. So check it out.
Yep.
Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, all Mark with the Mic. Check out our Facebook page of the RedCycloneInc and the Wrestling Babble. We are very, very vocal on there, especially when pay-per-views are going on. We do a lot of polls and a lot of good discussions on that on that page, so definitely check that out. Also, check out our other podcasts. We have the Morphin Cast, which we have our first volume 1 of the Boom Studio comics out, and also the Super Sentai of Abba Ranger, Dino Thunder counterpart. We have the Gamer Rage podcast. We got the Shell Shock, which we started. We did season 4, 2 parts, and we're going to do season 5 sometime this week. And we got Not a Trekkie, which we will be going through season 2 of Mandalorian. So a little preview of everything we're going. And yeah, that's about it. Shout out to Tenacious T, that co-hosts a lot of those with me. He's an asshole sometimes, but he's our asshole. And last but not least, always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Like I said before, I don't think he earned his sandwiches this week.
So get
How
him.
many steps did he take? Gotta find out.
And if he does get a sandwich, make sure there's a Carolina Reaper in there.
Oh man, why? What do you do? That ain't right.
It just would get him away from himself. Maybe.